Okay, it says I am live. Let me make sure that I am in the right group. It is Tamara with RB Goily Family, and happy Monday. It has definitely been a Monday. One of the Mondayest Mondays. There, how's that? Made a new word. Okay, I am in the right spot. Cool. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is photosensitivity because the sun is trying to come out. Even though it's not here, we got to see about this much of the eclipse today. Hopefully you got to see the eclipse because I'm sure it was really cool. Yeah, it's usually too cloudy to see like anything. There was a meme that somebody posted on Facebook and it said like total eclipse and then Washington, and it was Washington with like fog and clouds, right? And then it was like, alien spaceship and it was Washington. It was the same photo, fog and clouds, right? We never could see anything, so that's okay. It's still pretty here. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to share this. These are all the photosensitive oils then. But what is photosensitivity, right? What does that even mean? Okay. If you use your essential oils and you are in a warm, sunny climate, right? And you want to go on your hikes and you want to go on your walks and you want to be outside in the sun. It's super important as a key safety rule that you know what photosensitivity is. And defined loosely, photosensitivity is a process where a given chemical absorbs ultraviolet light and initiates a reaction typically on your skin. Okay. So a number of drugs and skin products are photosensitive, right? And they are labeled that way with cautions to avoid ultraviolet, which is the UV light, right? From any source like sunshine or tanning beds or anything like that. When you experience a photosensitive reaction, you could see redness, you could see discoloration, you could see even blistering on your skin. So think of it as kind of like having a sunburn, right? It's a chemical reaction with your skin, and it is only when you apply it topically. So if you are using lemon or grapefruit or tangerine or whatever, and you're using it in your water and you're drinking it, so it's internally, then that is not going to create a photosensitive situation unless you happen to get it on your lips. Okay. So if you're doing that and you're not getting it on your lips, then you're totally fine because it's not on your skin. It's literally from the sunshine on your skin and having applied the essential oils topically. Okay. There are a few single oils, as you can see from that picture there. There's a few single oils. There's a few blends. You do not need to worry about the essential oils that are in like from doTERRA. You don't need to worry about the essential oils that are in like your body wash and your lotion that you're applying and things like that, because they have been processed a different way. And when you're using like your body wash, you're rinsing it off. It's not staying on enough to really absorb in. Okay. Same thing for the hair care stuff. Okay. Just be sure that if you use your essential oils and you use them topically, like you have a favorite roller blend and you like to use it for your personal fragrance, right? And you put it everywhere. Make sure that if you are going to use it, it's totally fine. Make sure that it's underneath clothing, right? So when you go out in the sun, it's underneath clothing and then it's not exposed to that direct sunlight. Okay. Certain essential oils, especially like the expressed citrus oils, they contain these constituents, kind of like one of them is called furocoumarins. Lime essential oil is especially high in that. Coumarins, also linalool and linalool, and those are considered photosensitizers. Bergamot is the biggest photosensitive oil, per my understanding. You just don't want to use it if you're going to go be out in the sun. Okay. It, like I said, again, it can cause redness, itching, burns, blisters, and kind of, like a permanent skin discoloration. Okay. And that is not Good. So if you're using your essential oils safely, then you are okay. If you're going to apply them and be out in the sun for any extended period of time, like you're gardening or you're at the beach or whatever, then just make sure that you've applied them under clothing. Okay. The other thing is some of the essential oils that are photosensitive, they're really good for your skin. Otherwise, right? If it's not having the direct contact from the sunlight. So if you're using them in cleansing your skin kind of issue, just use them at night, because then you'll have that 12-hour window where you're not going to be out in the sun, and you'll get the benefits from them then, and then you won't have to worry about it. Okay. Again, that includes being out in the sunshine outside, but also in tanning beds. Don't forget that. I say that because I have a friend who had a clay pendant. She liked to use bergamot on the clay pendant, was wearing that. And then I think she was tanning, not wearing it. She took that off while she tanned, but because it's clay, and she was using bergamot, the bergamot soaked through. And so she ended up with like a little burn on her chest. Okay. It has gone away, but that's important to know. All right. Be sure that you out in the sun, be sure that you use your sunscreen. And doTERRA has some great sunscreens that you can use. They have they have a push-up one that's kind of like the deep blue stick, right? A push-up one that you can use. They have in lotion form, they have a spray form, they have an after skin moisturizer care, which is awesome. And soon to come, I'm not sure when it's going to be released, but they are releasing a lip balm that has sunscreen in it, which is really cool. So be sure you have those on hand. Okay. So let's go through the oils then here and the blends that are photosensitive. Okay. Bergamot again is that biggie one. Cumin, if you have that came in Mother's Day thing quite a few years ago, but if you have cumin and you use it topically, that is a photosensitive oil. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, basically any of the citrus oils, kumquat, tangerine, wild orange, those you just really want to avoid using them before you go out in the sun. Now in the blends, right, there's some blends then that also have citrus oils in them, and those you want to make sure that you're applying underneath your clothes. Like the others. Okay. So that's Adaptive, Citrus Bloom. If you still have your Elevation left, unfortunately, that's not available anymore. That was a fabulous blend, but Adaptive kind of took its place. On Guard, because it has the wild orange in it. Purify. If you still have Slim and Sassy, that was the precursor to the MetaPower blend. Okay. And there are some citrus oils in there, and so that's why it's photosensitive. Zendocrine, which is our detoxification blend. Air X, great for your respiratory system. And then Citrus Twist, which is still citrus. I can't even say it. Citrus Twist. There we go. That is the free product of the month this month. And it's still available. So make sure you get your order in between the 1st and the 15th. And yeah. Okay. So those are blends. There's more blends. There is a Rise. Is it a Rise? I think it's a Rise. Yes. Sorry, it's sideways for me. That one is part of the yoga blends. There's 3 different yoga blends. Cheer, Motivate, Forgive, Sunny Citrus. I think that was a product of the month before. Maybe it was a Mother's Day thing. Aroma Touch has some citrus oils in it. Citrus Bliss, Breathe, In Tune. And then from the kids line, the 2 that you want to make sure you apply them underneath their clothing would be Thinker and Brave. Okay. So basically you want to make sure that if you do apply them, just not be in direct sunlight for like 12 to 24 hours. Okay. Most of the time it's 12. Bergamot, I'd probably go with the 24 because that one is one of the biggies. So, there's a couple others. Clementine, if you have clementine, red mandarin, if you have red mandarin, white grapefruit, if you got that. A lot of these are ones that were available kind of like, they were product of the month, or they were kind of like a limited time only thing. Yellow mandarin is another one. Abode, that has some citrus oils in it. So if you're using that topically, make sure you be aware of that. The Beautiful Blend. The Beautiful Blend has lime in it. If you use the spray, it's okay to use because of the way it wasn't distilled. It wasn't cold pressed. It was distilled. Okay. What else is on this list here? Huga, the blend, the I don't even know what the like generic name of it is. It's been available, I think, in the fall a couple of times, but it's really good for making your home smell really, really good. And so if you like that fragrance and like to wear it topically, just beware. Island Mint is another one. And I think that's it. Those are the only other ones that weren't on that other list. So, all right. Like normal. Okay. Just make sure, safety tips with essential oils. Don't put them in your eyes. Don't put them in your ears. Don't put them up your nose. They just, because your skin is so sensitive there, and they just don't need to be there. So if you have like a little one with an earache or some ear pain going on, right, you need to help the drainage. Take your basil, or take your, what else? Tea tree works really well. Basil works fabulous. And you're going to just roll it behind the ear and in front of the ear, and then kind of down the side, and then just massage it down, because that's where it's going to drain. There's no reason to put the oils in your ears. Now you can, on a cotton ball, put a couple of drops of basil and lavender, or tea tree and lavender. And with where you put the drops on the cotton ball, that's on the outside. You're going to put that, just rest it in their ear. Don't shove it in their ear, but just rest it in their ear. What that does is, it's kind of like I don't want to say fumes, but the I don't know what that would, well, I don't even know what that word is. The oils will kind of work their way. Okay. But you're not putting it directly in the ear. Okay. All of the oils in the blends that are photosensitive, if you look on the label, it has avoid sunlight, direct sunlight for like 12 hours. So you know that. So just pay attention to the labels, kind of like, that if it has the supplemental fact label on it, then you can use that internally, right? What else? Remember that essential oils are potent, right? They're really they're like 75 more times more potent than herbs. And so when you use them, it's really, that's what makes them cost effective, because typically you need 1 to 2 drops. That's it. That's it. You don't need like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops for anything. You typically just need 1 to 2 drops, and it will do what it's supposed to do. Right? So did that. Don't need that. Okay. Yeah. So if you have an experience with perhaps having some photosensitivity go on, and you would like to share what you did, I know that you just stopped using the oil. You can use some coconut oil or some aloe over the spot, just like you would with a sunburn. Okay. You could also use the after sun spray, because that is really, really nice to use. And it would do the same thing, where it would be very soothing and calming to your skin. So those would be some options if you did get a little bit of photosensitivity, but just stop using the oil and make sure that you're not out in the direct sun. Apply it underneath your clothes. There we go. And you will be fine. Okay. That is all I have for you today. I just kind of wanted to do that little like PSA for you, because summer is coming. I know it's coming. Hopefully it'll be here sooner rather than later, but it is coming. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back next Monday with another topic, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Okay.